What's up, stars? What it do? Happy Wednesday. So, first of all, thank you for coming through. Go ahead and get it out the way. Hit the like button. Okay. You can go ahead and comment a little something. I love to read the comments. Don't second guess yourself. I don't mind. It's not lame. As long as you ain't trolling, we ain't got no problems. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But I understand because sometimes some subscriber lists just get crazy. So, if you like me, I've been going through my subscriber list. I've been going through my emails. I've been clearing clutter out of my brain and my physical reality. And so now I'm here, baby. What's up? No, but I wanted to come on here because it's just so much going on. Okay, first of all, we got the aliens. We already knew. Okay. We already knew this. Okay. What else did I see? All right. Then we also have the Forbidden Knowledge Awards, the first annual. Billy Carson and Elizabeth Hoekstra hosted it, and they honored people you may have heard of, like Chaka Bars, 19 Keys, Dr. Amen. I mean, the list goes on. The list goes on. I would be very surprised if you're in this community and you have not recognized somebody on that award show. Go ahead and go to Forbidden Knowledge. Um, Go to Billy Carson Forbidden Knowledge, I think.com, and you can subscribe and you can do the free trial and go ahead and watch the Forbidden Awards. But it's actually called the Forbidden Conscious Award, Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award. And if you're like me, like growing up seeing the Grammys, seeing, I remember the Source Awards. I remember the BET Awards when they was popping. Like, I remember that was one of the biggest events, the biggest things to watch were those award shows, because this was like, this set the bar for talents. When these people were being awarded, it meant something, because yes, they're very talented, but we weren't paying attention to how they got there. Most of them worked very hard to get those awards, but at the same time, we know the politics that's behind those award shows. So to have an actual awards platform now, an opportunity now for us in the conscious community, for me, it's just very exciting. I set the bar high for myself, even though I have yet to really tap into my full potential in a lot of physical ways. That instantly for me in my mind was like, yes, that's a new goal, because honestly, I love music, but I'm not really interested in getting a Grammy my goal any longer. You know what I mean? Because I'm not into the politics that I know of in the music industry. And so it's like, okay, cool. Maybe I could be, the first musician, the first singer-songwriter to get a Forbidden Conscious Award. Maybe it'll be you. Maybe it'll be somebody or whatever you do. If it's, you make jewelry, or you have some type of art, or you're a teacher, or no matter what it is, that's a dope goal to have. Like, what a time we live in right now. So that was a big thing for me. I wanted to definitely, because I've been following Black Magic 363 and 19 Keys and Chaka Bars and Billy Carson, of course, and Dr. Be Serious, all of these people, Phil Valentine. I mean, the list goes on. So to see all these people coming together all in one space, it's just so inspiring. It really is. And so my next thing, it brought me to, in this conscious community, I really wish there was another way to explain this. I'm sure it is. It's just that's what comes to my mind right now. But in the quote unquote conscious community, I'm noticing that there are some things about us that, it just rubs people wrong. You know what I mean? It's just some things They just don't get. People, just normal other people that are just not into the stuff that we're into, they just won't get. And so my son was actually telling me about somebody. No, I'm sorry. No, he didn't. Actually, I was with my son. And we were with someone, and I guess they were already talking about me doing tarot cards. And so I'm talking to this person, and they're like, well, don't you have to be a certain kind of person um, to do tarot cards? And I was like, I instantly, like, I already know what you're trying to say. Like, you're basically trying to say I'm not that type of person. But fuck you. You don't know me. Like, you think you know me, but that's the problem. You don't fucking know me. But instead of saying that, I was just like, you know what? You'd be surprised if you really set your intentions and you ask God and Spirit a question. Those cards are going to definitely give you your answer. So instead of going it that way, I just kept it in a positive light, but I knew what that person was trying to say. And so instead of me getting offended and showing them that I was offended, I just like noted that they don't know who the fuck I am, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with that, because by the time you catch on and you realize who the fuck I was, I'm gonna be far gone, and you never were meant to know who I was. And so if you're going through that, you have people in your life who you feel should know you. But remember, you didn't expose yourself to them the way that you expose yourself to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things about you people just ain't gonna know, they're just not gonna get it, and that's okay. It's okay. But it's just even better when those people come into your life and they can recognize you off top, and you could be like, damn, you know me. Like, thank you for seeing who I really am. Because when somebody can't really see the true you, and you have to like put in too much effort. Like, this person definitely by now should know the type of person I am, and they know the kind of person I am, but they just had to find a way to try to belittle me in that moment. And so when people do this to you, just remember that it's okay. It's really to reveal you to yourself. Like, it confirmed for me, like, yeah, I'm one of them. You feel me? Like, you get it or you don't, my nigga. You get it or you don't. So I wanted to come on here, and just light up your day a little bit. Go ahead and get these videos popped out, pumping out like that, because I've been procrastinating. I'm doing my hair. I told y'all before that I was going to find somebody to do my hair. I ain't found nobody yet. But also, parents, it's time to send our children back to school. One of my biggest struggles as a mother was sending my son to school. I just had a lot of anxiety. Traumatic experiences that I went through as a child were a big catalyst for my feelings and my emotions and my sense of wanting to protect my child, to the point where I was debilitated. Like, I couldn't work right. I couldn't keep a job at times. And when I did keep a job, I was just so full of stress and anxiety and depressed. And when I was able to homeschool my son, at one point I had someone else staying home with him because I had to be the breadwinner. And so I felt guilty about that. And so it was a lot that came with being a mother at the time of one, and just simply something as simple as sending your child to school. Like, you wouldn't think that would be a problem because we're all used to that, right? That's the way it goes. But you're talking about me. I'm someone, I started out in private school. I started out in Islamic school. That was my first school. And not only that, people who worked in the school knew my relatives. My relatives were a part of the school, so I had protection. That was my first experience. A few times growing up, my mother worked at the school where I went to. So I always felt that extra protection. My mama was there. You feel me? So, my own experiences that I had on my own without a parent supervising me, and, coupled with other things that I've heard and just fears, honestly, kept me in a bad mind state when it came to sending my child to school. At the time, now I have two children, but now, I feel a little bit better, a lot better. My son is older. He's at the age where he's ready to actually go to school. And I decided that I'm going to send him to a school that I actually went to at his grade. And so it actually motivated me more to put him in school. It gave me something to look forward to. Now I'm going to go and look at the school where I went and graduated 8th grade and see what changes they've made. And that was one thing that I wish that I could have done, was go to the school that my parents went to. It's just one of those things in America. I don't know about other places, but here in America, we value keeping up those traditions of sending your children to schools where you went. It's a community. It's a community. So, best way to just get over that and just recognize what the hell is going on and just know that you know yourself. But another thing to keep in mind is that comparison is the thief of joy, or something like that. Like, don't compare yourself to nobody. There's no you, and what God has marked and stamped on your path and in your destiny is only for you. Only you can get it in the way that you're gonna get it. And so these things help me. A big takeaway from the 4BK Awards, Billy Carson said, was a lot of people wait. Like, they come up to him and they say, I want to be like you one day. And he was simply like, we wait. Like, what are we waiting for? Be who you want to be today. And, when we hear that and we're not where we want to be, it's so easy to think to yourself, well, I don't have this, so I can't be who I'm supposed to be. Because if I was, I would have this and I would be able to do this and that. But in reality, that is where you need to shift your focus. Like, you don't need to be focused on what you would be doing if you had better tools. You need to be focused on what you can do with the tools that you have now. And so wrap all that in one and just love on yourself. Something that Black Magic says and reminded us is that you should look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself at least twice a day. You wake up in the morning before you go to bed at night. We spend so much time with other people. How much do you really love on yourself? Like, how much do you really love on yourself? So with this, I want to kind of get a little bit complicated, and I want to just ask Spirit for one card. One card to represent all of these things that I mentioned and how the collective could really truly move past these feelings and emotions of not being recognized, feeling like we don't have the tools that we need to be who we truly want to be. Another huge takeaway and download that I had this week was like, when you host something like a huge event, the turnout, like the people who are in the audience, everybody wants front row. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants those balcony seats. You get the balcony seats if you have to, like if you have no other choice. But if you had your choice, usually majority of people would choose to be front row, closer up to the stage. But as a person on stage, when you look out to the audience and you see the audience is filled to capacity, like it's not just the first level that's full. Like, when the first level is full, okay, you're like, okay, I had a good turnout. But when you look up in the balcony or the rafters and you see the overflow, those overflow people, those people who could not afford those front row seats, those are the ones that truly give the performer the validation in filling up the space, the arena, the auditorium. So if you have been the person who has had to always get the balcony seat, you just can't seem to get to the front row. You in the building though, you know what I mean? You make sure you get in that building, but you just don't have the means to make it to the front row. It don't mean that you ain't seen. You still are seen. You're still valuable. You're still important. And with all that being said, let's just go ahead and get to this. Spirit, I'm going to ask you, Allah, God, universe, all energies and entities in a positive light, white light, soul tribe, spirit team, angels, orishas, ancestors. I'm just asking for one clear divine message to help the collective grow past these emotions and feelings that I just expressed. I feel them. I know they feel them too. And what we really do want to do is be disciplined. We really do want to step into our light as stars, as star seeds. We want to be a part of the new earth. We already are a part of the new earth. And so we want to make sure that we are not letting these things hold us back. Give us a divine message in these cards, straight direct message, so we know what's the next foot forward. These decisions are so hard, and sometimes you just need a clear message. That's all I'm asking for, baby. Just a clear message. All right, so here we go. The cards popped out. Wow. 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 Like, see, the thing about it is when these cards, look, ain't no coincidences, okay? You believe what you want to believe, but ain't no damn coincidences. I have the Knight of Wands. Ain't my camera. The Knight of Wands. Then we got the the King of Wands. What do wands represent? Fire, willpower, creativity, projects, and action. Okay? And then we got the Queen of Swords. What do swords represent? Thought, intellectual realms, air. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Come on. What were we just talking about? Overcoming these mental battles, people not recognizing us, but really truly recognizing us and trying to make it so that we don't recognize ourselves. But in doing that, we still recognize ourselves even more. Okay? I know it seems so simple, but it's really not. Like, these little things are part of our journey, are part of our lessons that are going to help us when we get to the next level as we're ascending. It's levels to this shit. Y'all know that, okay? The King of Wands is a commanding leader, okay? You a commanding leader. Totally confident in their actions and abilities. The king can be an inspiring teacher or a boss you really respect. If the king is you, it might be time to step up and take control in a particular situation. Don't be afraid to take the lead. You can channel your passions into action, energy. You've got the skills to be in charge, okay? So you need to step into your King of Wands, Star Seed, like, that's the problem. You've been waiting for this moment to happen, and so people don't recognize who you are because you have not stepped into that. Once you step into that, it's not going to be undeniable. Like, that's the only reason why it could be even a little bit deniable. You feel me? I read the wrong one. The Knight of Wands. The Knight is all action and doesn't spare any time to stop and think. They pursue their goals singularly and recklessly. Their unstoppable passion is inspiring but comes with risk. If the Knight is you, it's time to be bold, and seize that crazy opportunity in front of you. It won't stick around for long. Enjoy this feeling and total confidence in yourself. But just be aware there can be unforeseen consequences for acting too impulsively. Okay? No, I was right. We got the King of Wands and we got the Knight of Wands. Right, right. That's right. That's right. And we had the Queen of Swords. So look, we got wands all up and through there. Again, what do wands represent? Fire, willpower, creativity, projects, and action. Okay? Light that fire. That's going to help your willpower. It's going to bring out your creativity and help with them projects. You just need to bring the action into fruition. That's all you got to do. Like, just start moving. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this channel. And that's why I'm happy that y'all here to witness it, because we finna start elevating together. All right? Like, there's no second guessing yourself. There's no doubting it anymore. And if you are still doubting it, we gotta figure out why. Like, look around you. Is it because you're too focused on the people that's doubting you and don't really know you? Who cares? The Queen of Swords has unflinching perception and can cut to the truth of the matter in seconds. She can be blunt, brutally honest, and very forward. But just because she's truthful doesn't mean she's lacking compassion and humor. She's still understanding because she can truly see the entire situation for what it is. If you're the queen, it's time to set your emotions aside and try to view things intelligently with clarity and honesty. Simple. Start speaking your mind more. Speak up for yourself. You know, an example I gave earlier, I didn't really speak up for myself, but I spoke up for all of us. You know, nobody's better than anybody. And so with me humbling myself, which I really, I have mixed feelings about being humble. You feel me? With me choosing to humble myself, though, it gave me an opportunity to show light to us all, and we're all truly one. And so though this one person does not see my true light, it's because they don't see theirs. They don't know that I'm one of them that can read cards. They're not tapped into the fact that I have intuition and could possibly read their mind. You feel me? They just don't know who I am, and that's okay, baby. I do. Do you? All right, y'all. So that's it for today. Again, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. This camera is so bad. I'm gonna get better with my camera. We're gonna be having fun. I'm gonna throw some parties on here. We're gonna be going live. And then we got the Queen of Swords. All right. I love y'all. Stay positive. I know it's hard. You know, we all go through things. Every day is really a day-to-day battle. But you can make it. Look how far you've come already, right?